Citizens of the United States have a well-established constitutional right to protest law enforcement in public.
Protesting law enforcement in public places, that might, but you might not be allowed to do that with vulgarity. Vulgarity? Profanity? Vulgarity is a word, right? It's complicated, but for me, this is clear First Amendment. I would personally lean towards yes, because I don't give a fuck about swear words, but I would be sympathetic towards parents who, like, if you're a parent and somebody just decided to line the street with signs, I have a bunch of, like, everyday kids are leaving school and it says, fuck your mom in the ass, fuck your mom in the ass, fuck your mom in the ass. And you're like, your kids can't look outside anymore. I could see there being, would this be like a standard of review that you would have to think about? Like, would the question, like, when do you get into your, like your rational basis, strict scrutiny, all that? When do you get into your standard of review questions? Is that when you be challenging some kind of like fundamental right? Is that what this has to do with? So would it be like would it survive a strict scrutiny review? I have no idea. But I don't know if that kind of thing would even apply here. I'm not sure. What was written on the sign? I only saw one sign that looked like it would be considered vulgar, and it was this: shit is fucked up and stuff. Oh wait, actually, this one over here says the system ain't gonna unfuck itself, maybe. So maybe this one on the left was also vulgar. Couldn't a state just start redefining what obscene or vulgar means? Yeah, maybe, but I mean, you can do that. Those types of like things don't work in the real world, I don't think, where you're like, oh, but like if you're gonna say this is vulgar, then anything could be vulgar, right? Well, people do define this all the time, like it happens. Freedom of speech, by the way. Yeah, so whenever you have freedoms, okay, those freedoms generally come with responsibilities as well, and your freedoms can impair other people's freedoms. When you're an adult and you grow up and you become a big boy, when you turn like 16, 17, you might have this talk with mommy and daddy when they go to give you your very first driver's test or driver's, they help you figure out how to turn the car, and they'll tell you like, hey, you have a big new privilege, big new right. Not really right, privilege to drive, but there's a lot of responsibility comes along with this as well. First Amendment rights can very easily supersede other people's rights depending on how you exercise them, which is why we do place restrictions on the rights of people to do certain things depending on what we're talking about, right? Because for everybody that's screeching about First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment here, I imagine that all of these people would probably immediately reverse course if I say I should be able to stand right outside of like a school grounds with giant signs showing porn on them in front of like 12-year-olds. Why not? That's my First Amendment. Pornography is definitely protected by the First Amendment. Absolutely, right? Why can't I have a sign of it? They don't have to look. Porn isn't speech. See, like that. See, like the fact that you would even say that is so fucking retarded. What? So what is speech then? Is a sign not speech? Is art not speech? The cake that the Colorado baker guy said he didn't want to be compelled to make, is that not speech? So you're comparing porn to a political message? Thank you for proving my point at least, but yeah. What if this one thing was like a totally different thing? Thank you, YouTube chat. Yes, but this is exactly what I'm saying. Exactly, yes, okay, correct. It is very difficult to define the limits of what speech should be allowed and what speech shouldn't be allowed, and usually when people tell you what the First Amendment means, they're really just saying what they personally would want protected, and they're not actually considering the implications of what they're saying. So, porn would be protected destiny. You keep worrying about parents' feelings and not the law. I don't know what you're saying when you say just worrying about somebody's feelings. I don't know what you mean by that. If I start calling a black employee the N-word, that's my freedom of speech, right? I can't call my employee a racial slur. Why not? If freedom of speech protects anything, shouldn't it be obscenities? But I could get federally felony fucked for that. But it's just a swear word, no? I think that would be harassment to just say words. They're just words, though. No? You call August the N-word? No, what the fuck? August is Asian. I call him the G-word. That one is Korea specific, though? Wait, I thought that applied to all Asians. Is that only for Koreans? Okay, sorry. Fuck. I'll do better on my racial slurs next time.